What's going on, guys? Chuck here. It is currently Christmas Eve, and I kind of wanted to get this out real quick. So I'm, apologize. I'm a little disheveled. It's late. We just finished wrapping up a few presents, trying get pushed ready for tomorrow's Christmas Eve festivities. But today I did receive my Black Friday order from Vinegar Syndrome, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I'm going to try and go through these fairly quick. I'm not going to really go into detail too much on them because some of these I'm going to do separate videos on their own. But still, I thought I'd share this with you. I'm going to work away from kind of bottom up, if you will, to the minor titles up to the big ones. So let's get started. First of all, these first two are from Vinegar Syndrome's Melusine. They're adult division, if you will. And we'll start off with Alexandra. This is their special limited edition from Quality X, which is the partner label under that Melusine. Now, my reasons, a lot of times when I buy these films from that title, there's usually one of two reasons, or if not both. And that the main one is, the cast. If it's particular performers in it I really like, draw my attention, I'm usually, get it. If it's if it's a bunch of performers that I like, almost definitely. If it's like one or two, it's really rare, hard to find, or stuff I don't really see too often, but I like, I'll get it. Or occasionally, when I read the synopsis and the story, yes, the story, I said story, actually sounds somewhat interesting, then I'll pick it up. And that was the case here with Alexandra. From what I gather, well, first of all, let me check out who's. You do have some big names here: Joanna Storm, Rachel Ashley, Eric Edwards, Robert Kerman, Sharon Kane. So these are all big names. But this was kind of like how do you put it, almost like a adult version of Letter to Three Wives. And I'm not going to really go into it, but the story seemed interesting, the narrative. So that was kind of why I grabbed from that. So there is that. The next one up, this is fun. Okay, this is a case where this was strictly plot, because I think the only actor in this I knew was Jamie Gillis, and that is The Passions of Carol. Like I said, I going through it, I didn't recognize too many of the names on it, actually, really, except for Jamie Gillis, except. But what got my attention was this is basically an adult telling of A Christmas Carol. You got me. I want to see how that turns out. I watched the trailer for it on the Vinegar Syndrome site, and like I said, this is basically a adult Christmas Carol. You got me hook, line, and sinker. I'm invested. Let's check it out. So that's what I got here. And if I can go through these, I might check these out and put them on. Do a after dark on those. We'll see. Now, from their partner labels, this is one I wasn't sure I was going to get because it's not great, and I do have a version of this twice over, actually. But when I saw kind of what was on it as far as special features, and it got me, and that is Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. And now I've mentioned this before. This is kind of like a Christmas staple. However, I have the Mystery Science Theater version. I actually the Shout Factory release they did, and the old Rhino Essentials DVD. So like I said, I wasn't quite sure I wanted to get this, but when I looked into what was on here, you've got several different shorts, not just the Santa Claus Conquers Martian movie, but a lot of other Christmas shorts and oddities. Because this is part of, was it American Films, or American Genre Films Archive, I think it is, and Something Weird, I believe, if memory serves. Yeah, so, but you've got Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, the Roadshow version, preserved from Something Weird 16mm print. Santa Claus Conquers the Drive-In, which is another preserved from a SVHS master. Shorts: Christmas Dream, A Christmas Fantasy, Christmas on Toyland, Christmas Journey, Christmas Treat, A Christmas Visitor, the Liberace Christmas Special. Hello. How do you miss that? some of you are like, "What the hell was that?" And some of you can go, "Oh, I got that." And yeah, it sucks getting old. Um, let's see. Merry Christmas, the night before Christmas, a present for Santa Claus, Santa in Animal Land, a spirit of Christmas, a visit from St. Nicholas, and a visit to Santa. So all these great, I'm sure, extremely weird oddity shorts and specials. That was enough to get it. Some of these I think I just saw the other night when I did a watch of the Riff Tracks Live Christmas special they did several years ago, where they were just riffing on shorts. And some of these titles I recognize from that, like one or two. So, but there's so much other stuff on here. And again, that Liberace special. I mean, come on, that's definitely worth checking out. So here was Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. This next one was, I don't know, I think it was kind of a surprise slasher title they put out, late 80s, I think it was. I think it's Swedish. I didn't know a whole lot about it, but again, watching the trailer, and there's one thing that Vinegar Syndrome is good at. It's making trash look and smell like roses. I don't know how they do it, but they could have like the worst movie ever made, and they probably have at some point. But they will dress it up so nice, and they will describe it so wonderfully. You're like, damn, I got to get that. That sounds great. And that might be the case with this one. It could be great too. Who knows? Because a lot of times, these are hidden gems that are, just forgotten about. And over the last couple of years, especially with Vinegar Syndrome, I've been trying to, collecting some of these never heard of slasher films, and this was one of them here, Blood Tracks. And check out the back of that. This is probably one I'll do a separate video for. I want to check it out, but I think it was like a Swedish rock and roll, crazy. Just I don't know. From my description, it's a lot of sleaze and nudity. I mean, this was right up my alley. Sleazy slasher and rock and roll, definitely. So yeah, Blood Tracks. I'll probably do a separate video on this here in the future, but this was, they got me. Okay, so these next three are major titles that Vinegar Syndrome released. We'll start with the first one, which is Sliver, the Sharon Stone and is it William? No, one of them Baldwins. I don't remember which one it is. Yeah, it's William Baldwin. Yeah, William Baldwin and Sharon Stone. Kind of like a 90s erotic thriller, which were really popular at the time. Like I said, I have a documentary just talking all about the erotic thriller of that time. And I remember seeing this one in the theater. This was when Sharon Stone was really big, coming off of her success in Basic Instinct, and that kind of film kind of skyrocketed her. And these erotic thrillers were all replaced. Not only straight to DVD or straight to video, I should say, but also ending up in the theater. And this was one of them. And I don't remember too much about it because I only saw it the one time in the theater. But again, Vinegar Syndrome putting this out, and I was looking at it and thinking about it, and so once rewatched the trailer, and I was like, yeah, that sounds like something I want to pick up. Just because, again, the erotic thrillerness of it, it's kind of this, I don't know, I really can't say why. It's something told me just to pick it up. And it could be the sleaze lover in me, the perviness, I don't know, whatever it is, but maybe want to pick up Sliver. This is a nice set. I will talk about this one too separately, but this was a really nice set here, deluxe set from Vinegar Syndrome. Okay, these next two are big, and this first one, I actually just finished watching this one, so I'm definitely going to be doing a video on this one. And this was one I had heard about for years, and I guess it'd been, and one it's like I knew about it. I didn't know what it was, but it's something I always wanted to check out. The title itself just intrigued me, and I guess had not been released since VHS for rights reasons for music or whatever. And then when Vinegar Syndrome announced they were getting this, I'm like, I jumped right on and said, yes, I've got to get this. This was amazing. And that is Looking for Mr. Goodbar, starring Diane Keaton from 1977. Again, this is one that I was really surprised that I got, but I'm really glad, because, like I said, I kind of learned of its reputation over time, but it's one I just always want to check out, and I just watched it, and I was, yeah, I'll talk about it later once in this video. But this is another great deluxe treatment from Vinegar Syndrome. So yeah, looking for Mr. Goodbar, and finally, the last one was obviously the biggest one, the one people have been talking about, and one I'm really not that familiar with. I picked this up strictly to put in the collection because of its reputation and knowing that it has not been really released, or at least not in a good edition in some time. And that was Michael Mann's The Keep. I've seen the trailer, I know about it, but I've not seen this movie. But again, it's one of the things where I feel like I need to have it in the collection because of its reputation and just that it's being released. And I'm looking forward to checking this out because I'll be doing a separate video on this. Again, this is another great, limited box release, and it's 4K. What's really cool too about these three sets, let me make sure I get them here all right, was that okay, these three sets were released, all Paramount releases. They all got the deluxe treatment, and I like how they all had like this red, white, and blue scheme, which is really cool. I mean, these are numerical order; they go right in order, which is 45, 46, and 47. But it'd be kind of cool if this had been like in front, so then you get the red, white, and blue. But that's still, I think that's a neat touch. It doesn't mean anything, no. But for me, seeing that, I thought that was a neat little observation. But yeah, so that was the haul I got from Vinegar Syndrome from their, like I said, Black Friday. Looking forward to definitely putting out a video covering these movies. Like I said, I just finished watching Looking for Mr. Goodbar. I'm going through the special features. I'm hoping to get a video on that here soon. I'll definitely going to The Keep, revisiting Sliver, and absolutely Blood Tracks. And maybe the other two I'll get for the definitely, I think I'm going to have to talk about The Passions of Carol because I'm really interested in this one. So I'll probably put that in an After Dark. But we'll see what happens. I'm still waiting for Severin to send me their Black Friday. I had a huge order from them. It is still waiting. I know a lot of people are starting to get some of their orders from Severin. A lot of the Russ Myers stuff, because I got all the 3 Russ Myers Vixen videos, along with a bunch of other stuff. So hopefully I get word that it gets shipped very, very soon. So I'm going to have my plate full for a while, which is good. It means I get to keep putting stuff up. But hopefully if I can get this out just before, Christmas, because I know another video coming out Christmas Day, so if I can get this out prior to, so something in between, and then, maybe take some downtime because I'm going to be busy up until New Year's with a lot of stuff going on. But we'll see what has me. I can get, looking for Mr. Goodbar between now and New Year's sometime. We'll see. But that is it for now. If you enjoyed this, click thumbs up, share, subscribe, leave me a comment below. Let me know if you got any of this stuff from Vinegar Syndrome, and what was your favorite pick from their Black Friday sale that you got. Or just say hi. I'll always take hi. So until next time, this is Chuck saying I will see you on the other side. And also want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, whatever it is you celebrate. I wish you all the best, and I will talk to you later.